Lads, how are we? We've got a really cool one here for you. So when I first started diving into testosterone levels, and I got my tests done, and I was looking at what do these numbers mean? What should I be aiming for? What's right for me? Testosterone levels have been lowering for the last 20 to 50 years. What should they be? Like, how do I fix this? Do I need to fix this? Like, should I focus on lowering my estrogen levels? Should I focus on lowering XYZ? Like, there's so many questions I just had nowhere to go. So on this page, I'm going to simplify it. Typically, the rule of thumb is that you want to be in the high range of normal or the low range of normal, depending on what either increases or decreases testosterone. Like, I'm extremely hesitant. And by the way, this is all my opinion. I'm not your doctor. Seek a professional for medical advice. There are such things as too high of testosterone levels. There are things as too lower levels of sex hormone binding globulin. So there's too much of a good thing can happen. Typically, like, that can result in a shit ton. Like, let's just say hypothetically, your total testosterone is huge and your free testosterone is huge. I'll go into that in a minute, what all that means. But let's just say it's outside of the ranges of charts that are accepted, not only normal but extraordinary. It's like, are you okay? If you're at that stage, maybe you're extremely angry, extremely volatile, extremely emotional, where it goes beyond your ability to live a high quality of life, because maybe you're so aggressive, you're such a risk taker, you're exuding such masculine traits that it's a detriment to, say, being calm and focused in your financial goals, or being reserved and strong in, say, let's just say there's a confrontation when you're out at, like, just at a restaurant or you're at a club or whatever you're doing. You're out in public, you're at a footy game, you're doing something, you're traveling. If you're roid raging with high testosterone levels, like, what are the odds that you're going to start and not only instigate but like propagate and push arguments too far beyond where you start getting super aggressive and physical confrontations come about because you're just so amped up on testosterone? We want to avoid these kind of states, because ultimately it's not going to lead to a successful overall lifestyle when we look at your quality of life. So financials, clear mind, brain fog, performance at work, performance just living life, having high energy levels, not having these huge mountains and then huge valleys of depression and elation. So what I've got for you here today, it's a document. So testosterone ranges and targets. Again, I'm not your doctor, but everyone's going to have their own optimal levels. But I always like to recommend, let's get you towards the upper levels of normal to start with, in order to, like, give you the best chance of having, like, these, like, superhero feelings of being on top of the world. Because that's the thing, like, if we look at how average normal people function in the world, they're typically struggling financially. They're stressed out financially. They've got maybe not. I don't want to say average girl or average wife, but like, because I know, like, some of the lads in this group, you've got partners that you fucking love. They might not be someone's 10. They might be your 10, but if you had higher testosterone levels, you'd have more energy to provide for the family and boost the quality of life of the family, because the average family is a divorced family, single family. Like, and not that is such a bad thing, but statistics for the kids, like, if you're on top of your game, even if you are a single dad, if you're on top of your game and you've got such a high drive for not only work, but you'll have excess energy for your son or your daughter. Like, it's anything that we can do to help give you the highest chance of being above average in these categories. I'm all about it. So total testosterone, you'll no doubt go get your test levels. If you haven't seen where to find your test levels, aim here, tracking T levels. It's in the right-hand corner of the, can you see this? Yep, tracking your T levels, right-hand corner here. Scroll down. This is a video on how to either order an online test or go to see your GP and what to say, how to do it. And you've got a link here, a Google Doc, to give you directions on what to track, what not to track. This document here is once you've got your test results, and what I've probably got about 15 to 20 things that I want you to get tested for. But these are like these 4 things at the moment on this document. I'll probably extend this out to 10 items, but I've got 4 to 5 things on here at the moment just to keep it simple when you're starting off. And then I'll probably create an advanced version where we look at like things like vitamin D levels, prolactin levels, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. For the time being, I've just got the basics: total testosterone, free testosterone, bioavailable testosterone, and sex hormone binding globulin. These are like the 80% that we want to mainly focus on. And if they are low, then we look at, okay, why they're low. Then we go look at the other results. Total testosterone. And by the way, these ranges, these are like the upper ends of normal, these ranges here. The typical ranges, like normal, they are here, and they range from 18 to 80 years old. So can you imagine, like, the medical data on testosterone ranges is so fucked up because they have these ranges 300 nanograms per deciliter, 300 to 1,000, but they don't specify that that's for men who are from age 18 to 80, and it includes people who are sick, people who are infertile, people who, again, does an 80-year-old, are they, why the fuck is an 80-year-old in the same category as an 18-year-old? Which is why I've put in this chart down below, and what it's sourced from. These are like the average ranges, the very average ranges of people per age group in terms of testosterone, free testosterone, and sex hormone binding globulin. Everything from 85 to 25. So I haven't got, if you're under 25, I'll probably add a new category. But as you can see, like these are the averages. So the average of a 25 to 34-year-old, 616, and the 85-year-old's 376. So that's why I've put this table down below, just because it gives you a better idea of where you're at in terms of your age range and what's average. We want to be above average. Fuck this. And look, if you're well below average, your first step is to get to the average, and then the next step will be to get you above average. So let me backtrack there. So my ranges, when I first got my test results, were about 730. When I was 31, I just turned 31, and my free range was about 150, 130, 150, and sex hormone was 40. So my sex hormone binding globulin was above average. It was below average because we want this as low as possible. But my other results were higher than these ones. And that was before I started really diving into testosterone. But I felt so shit because I had other elements. So I still felt like shit. I had low libido. I was depressed, drained, but little did I realize that my cortisol levels were through the fucking roof. My follicle stimulating hormone was not right. My prolactin levels were way too high. Like, they're outside of the ranges of normal. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, is it my lifestyle habits? So that's where we want to change the other elements of your life, so that we can boost and find the, again, going back, so we can find the testosterone levels and the blood levels and the levels of hormones that are right for you. Because by all means, I had above higher ranges of normal testosterone and free testosterone, but I still felt like shit. So for you guys, this is what I want to aim for in terms of total testosterone. Total testosterone, by the way, I've got it here. I'll go through it briefly, but like total testosterone is just the amount that you pretty much your testes are producing. You've obviously got other areas of your body that are producing testosterone, so your adrenals, but your testes are where your testicles are where you're going to produce. I think it's like 93% of your total testosterone. That can be affected by sleep, other hormones, nutrient deficiencies, the amount of muscle that you have on your body, and like the lifestyle factors, the excess estrogen that are coming from your lifestyle that's draining your testosterone. Because the more stress and cortisol we have, and the more estrogen that we have, the lower our testosterone levels. So that's total testosterone. Free testosterone slash bioavailable testosterone. So free testosterone is the testosterone essentially that's remaining after we take away sex hormone binding globulin, attaches to the testosterone that's circulating in the bloodstream. So often the actual testosterone that's floating around in the body in the bloodstream, there's literally only about 1.5 to 3.5% of that total testosterone is able to be used by the body whenever it wants, whatever it needs it for. So if you've got excess sex hormone binding globulin, which can come from lifestyle factors, it can come from your diet, it can come from low quality sleep, it can come from stress, it can come from products that you're using on your body. If you've got things that are stimulating higher sex hormone binding globulin, you're lowering, and the more of sex hormone binding globulin that attaches to all the free testosterone that we want to build muscle, feel amazing, feel like Superman, the more sex hormone binding globulin, the lower your testosterone levels. So we want to lower your sex hormone binding globulin to between 13 and 30, obviously, ideally. So what I might do, I might even put this up here, because this is almost more important than your free testosterone levels, purely because how much it freaking affects your free testosterone levels. Free testosterone, so that's what's left over from your sex hormone binding globulin. And bioavailable testosterone, there's also another hormone. There's also another molecule, nutrient called albumin. I'll get the word up. And that also attaches to the free testosterone floating around in your bloodstream. But the beautiful thing about that one is that it doesn't connect to testosterone very strongly. So it can easily be attached, and then your body can use up that testosterone that was attached to albumin. So we also want to get that tested when we get our testosterone test, which I have highlighted in that document. So bioavailable testosterone. So this is the thing, you can have huge total testosterone levels, but if you have huge sex hormone binding globulin, your free testosterone and your bioavailable testosterone can be below average. And if that's below average, then your ability to put on muscle, your ability to feel great, your ability to have energy, the ability to have high libido, have a high sex drive, be confident, take risks, be less anxious, be less depressed, that diminishes if sex hormone binding globulin is high, or if cortisol levels are high, or prolactin levels are high. What else? If estrogen is high, if progesterone is high, everything. So essentially, total testosterone, I'm going to assume that yours is either very high, and you've just got excess things that are taking away, or you've got low testosterone, and you've probably got low sex hormone binding globulin as well. So that'll just be a matter of you like going hard at some of like the habits and lifestyle advice that I've got for you over the next several months to boost total, reduce SHBG, and to get you in these ranges here. And these ranges, look, they might not mean much for you, but just know that these are here for you to reflect on and go back to. And I've got 600 to 1100 nanograms per deciliter. Look, I didn't want to put the greater than sign here, just because, again, like you can have too much testosterone, and we want to be high range of normal. Sex hormone binding globulin, I think 40 is like smack bang in the middle. but we don't want to be smack bang in the middle. We want to be slightly lower. But anything lower than 13 is typically too low, because obviously it does provide a role in the body that we want. So we don't want to be underperforming, which leads to like a consequence down the road, like a domino effect, a negative domino effect instead of a positive domino effect. Free testosterone, so I've got higher than 2.5%. So anywhere between 150 to greater than 244 pictograms per milliliter. That'll be freaking amazing. And if you get your results that aren't in, say, like pictogram or milliliter, I've always got like the links to other like conversion tables that you can go to. Is that going to open? Yep. And you can just pop in the numbers that you've got in your test and press calculate, and that'll pop up here elsewhere. And if that doesn't, if these calculators aren't the ones that you need, just Google it, you'll find it. And bioavailable, this will become evident based on the amount of albumin. Where are we? Albumin. There we go. And I've got all what I've just mentioned. I've got that all written down here as well. Beautiful. So get onto it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Post your testosterone results into the Facebook group, and or shoot me a DM in the app. Ideally, we want to get as much eyeballs on your results as possible from not only me but the other group members, just so we can help you, like give you as much quality advice as possible. So yeah, this is going to be a fantastic few months ahead, and so excited to help you like build up that spark, that libido, that fucking drive for life again towards higher ranges of normal testosterone and beyond, if that works for you. All right.